Hello my loves, welcome to the August 2019 pick a card reading. If you've never done this before, basically if you want you can pause the screen or just pick a pile and basically use your intuition when picking the pile though, and I am going to turn over each pile one by one and give you the messages from each pile. More than likely, hopefully they should resonate if you picked intuitively. I will leave timestamps down in the comments below if you would like to jump to your pile. If you are new, hi, my name is Tawny Michelle. Welcome to my channel. I normally do individual readings for each sign each month, and I'm still doing those. I've just been liking to do the pick a card readings once a month because I think they're just something that's a little fun and extra to add in here. And I know a lot of you guys really enjoyed the one for July and it was really powerful. So yeah, let's go ahead and start. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share if you like this video and you want more pick a card readings. And let's do it. So we're going to start with pile number one. This is pile number one, pile number two, pile number three, pile number four. Okay, so we're going to start with pile number one. Okay, so if you picked this pile, this is pile number one. And let's go ahead and start getting into the pile. So first things first, we are going to start with the first oracle card, releasing allegiances. Wow. So there could be some things, pile number one, that you could be clinging to, that you could be holding on to. It could be people, situations, etc. There's something that you are really not wanting to let go of, or that you've been having trouble letting go of, whether it's old behaviors, whether it's things from the past. But some of these things like really need to be released if you want to heal, if you want to evolve, if you want to grow further in your journey. So there could be, some of you guys could be going through a time period where maybe you are releasing people out of your life, you're releasing people from your life this month coming in August. And yeah, there could be some things that you held on to that you used to define yourself with that you may realize this month do not define you, and that it would probably be wise for you to let go of. So let's go ahead and see what the next two cards have to say. Okay, so we have rejection and soulmate. Oh, I had a feeling we were going to get the soulmate card. Okay, so some of you guys could possibly be dealing with something karmic. Now, depending on what you believe, I personally think that just because, like, that we have many soulmates, and that just because someone is our soulmate doesn't mean that we're supposed to be with them and live happily ever after, etc., etc. I believe that soulmates are lessons. Soulmates are here to help us, teach us lessons, and who better than them to do it because we trust them. Basically, we, fall into them and we are so attached to them because we've known them before. So it's easier for them to help us grow and teach us lessons than other people in our life normally. So there could be somebody that you are rejecting, or somebody that you are getting over that rejected you in the month of August. Some of you could be having trouble releasing a karmic relationship that has been very hard for you to let go of. And I mean, it's time, like you see the clock up here, it's time. And it's like 10, 13, 14, which is interesting as well. So I really feel like pile number one, you guys are dealing with releasing some karmic relationships and situations out of your life, and some of you may be having a little bit of trouble doing this. So let's go ahead and move on to the next card. Don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. So it is Leo season. We won't be having a full moon in Leo though, but we'll be having a new moon in Leo. So that's definitely interesting. So I feel like some of you guys are holding on because of ego, because, that may be a big thing, at least. It may not just be because of ego, but, you may be afraid to let go of somebody because of your pride, or let go of something they did because of your pride. Maybe they rejected you. I mean, we have pride and rejection. So it's really important to not let this get the best of you, because by holding on to pride and ego, you're letting it get the best of you, even though you think you're doing the opposite and you think you're just, you know, well, I'm better than this and blah, 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 blah. You are better than this, but not in an egotistical or cocky way. You can rise above this. So pile number 1, I feel like you guys are going through a lot of karmic relationship stuff so far, and it's really important. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Leo, or you guys could have Leo in your chart or something along those lines, or this could just be standing for the month of Leo. So the next card we have is Saturn. So this is about being realistic, being concerned. You must want before you can basically do anything, the maturity, caution, and limits imposed. So Saturn is all about discipline. It is all about time. And like I was saying before, it's time. There's a lot of like time vibes coming up in your guys' reading as well, which also makes me believe that this is very much so about a soul contract or a soulmate or whatever you want to call it that you may have with someone. There's a restriction here, and it could be ego, it could be the relationship, but either way with Saturn, there's a restriction here. There is, maybe you feel responsible, or you feel like basically you're suffering consequences from not letting this go. So it's very important to, like the first card was saying, or like the first cards were saying, to release your allegiances. So the next card we have is the Other Woman, and this card is basically could stand for a person. So if you're a woman, this could stand for you. Maybe you are talking to someone that may have, you know, someone else. For some of you, this may not even be necessarily about a relationship, like a romantic relationship. This could be about family or something along those lines. But, you know, some of you guys are definitely dealing with a situation, I feel like, with somebody that, you know, your soul knows, like a soulmate, like I was saying, that you've known for, you know, that's basically teaching you a lesson. So with the Other Woman, this could literally mean that there is another woman in the picture. If you are a woman, if you're a man, this could be the woman that, you know, you're concerned with, or if you're a woman and you're concerned with a woman, this could be her as well. So this is basically just standing for someone else in your life. She has the necklace. Her necklace is the symbol of Venus. So she's very feminine, very sexual energy that's coming up here. To me, it really seems like someone may have done something to someone, maybe hurt someone, or wasn't loyal to someone in the relationship, something along those lines. And I think if you're holding on and if you're clinging, I think with the Saturn card, you're being asked to let go. You're being asked to let go, or else you will face the consequences, and you may already be facing them. So the next two cards we have is the High Priestess and the Page of Swords. So the High Priestess is all about trusting your intuition, trusting your inner knowing, getting quiet, and really just being at one with the divine feminine energy. There's a really big need here to connect to source and not ego, especially if you're a woman. Connect to the divine feminine and find your own power, but you're only going to find that by being by yourself, by getting quiet, and by trusting yourself. So the Page of Swords brings news. It can bring messages. It's also, in this deck, I think it's funny that he's staring through a transparent sword. So I feel like you very much want transparency, but it's very important for you to be honest with yourself as well. Because some of you are really wanting transparency with someone, but you're not getting it. But you're not even being honest with yourself about the situation. You're not even trusting your own intuition about the situation. So I think that with the Page of Swords here as well, it's really important to let your curiosity kind of go. Like, I think that you have this curious, intuitive feeling about something, but you may not be trusting it, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So I think that is everything for pile number 1. I really feel like this has to do with huge relationship stuff. So I wish you guys the best. Let me know down below if you guys resonated. If you didn't resonate, maybe pick another pile. You may resonate more with another pile. Maybe for whatever reason you're supposed to hear this for some reason, but you may not be resonating with it. So anyways, let's move on to pile number 2. Alrighty, so pile number 2. For whatever reason, I was just like, before I went to pick your guys' cards up, I was like holding my breath for some reason. It was really weird. I don't know if there's something maybe that you guys are having trouble communicating or speaking about. I'm not sure. So the first card we have is restore and replenish. So this card means exactly what it says. It's really about getting in touch with either your health, whether that's emotional, physical, spiritual, whatever. It's really about getting in touch with your health and really getting in touch with yourself, giving yourself time to heal, to rejuvenate, and just really get yourself together to relax and to let yourself feel the energy that's going on. So for some of you, you guys may have had kind of like a really heavy time in Cancer season. It may have been really emotional or dug up some old wounds for you, or some things may have happened that it's really just time that, you know, now that you've been on this emotional roller coaster, that you really take time to yourself and take time to heal. So moving on to the next cards, we have procrastination and discover your life purpose. Wow. Okay, so this could actually, I'm getting a few different things from this. So some of you guys have been in the restore, replenish process already for a bit too long, possibly. Like maybe you've been really trying to get over something, and you've kind of got stuck, you know what I mean? To where you're now kind of procrastinating and you're not letting yourself move forward. This month, I think, is going to be a really big month, because also we have the number 8 and we have 38, and August is the 8th month. So I think this month is going to be a really big month for you guys, pile number 2, because you're literally being asked to break out of your shell and discover what you were meant to do here. You're being asked to follow your passion. You're being asked to feel, to really feel and get in touch with yourself. For those of you that need to take a break, that need to get, you know, that need to rejuvenate, you're being asked to really get in touch with yourself and to stop procrastinating on what you're meant to do. The time is running out. Pile number 1 also got a lot of time vibes going on in it. So I really feel like the time is running out. There's something that you are being called to do and you've been kind of procrastinating on it. So I think for some of you, if you're already in the restore, replenish stage, it's time to like really let yourself heal and be honest with yourself and be candid with yourself and move on from whatever it was that you were healing from. And for others of you that have not been able to rejuvenate yet, it's time to rejuvenate, get in touch with yourself and figure out what it is that you want to do with your life, that you're being called to do right now, especially in the month of August. So moving on to the next card, believe in the impossible. Wow, pile number 2. This is amazing. Also, the stone that I put on top of your guys' pile, I'm pretty sure this is the heart chakra stone. So it's really about following your heart, believing in the impossible. I think you guys have been scared, which is why you guys have been procrastinating on what, you know, on what you feel like you're being called to do. And, you know, like you're being asked to believe in the impossible. Whatever you're being called to do, like it's possible, even if you don't think it is. So stop procrastinating and follow your heart. So, oh my gosh. So we have the sun. So this is about demonstration, realization, being a leader. It's also about passion, but it says the creation of, gaining respect, things brought to life or light. So here you go, passion, baby. So pile number 2, this is all about passion. This is something that you've been seriously procrastinating on, but that you know you're passionate about, and you know deep down like you're being called to do it. So this is amazing. The sun is all about love, fun, creativity, passion, consciousness. And you know, the sun is also about courage. Like I talked about my August season, or my August all signs video, like it's about courage, facing your fears. So procrastination is a form of fear. So I feel like you're procrastinating on doing what you're passionate about and doing what you've been really wanting to do deep down, but you need the courage, you need the strength to overcome it. And I think that August is going to be the focus of that for you, pile number 2. So, oh my gosh, and then we got the star. This is amazing. This is seriously your destiny. If you picked this pile, like, this is a destined month for you, pile number 2. You are going places. You are putting yourself out there in the spotlight. Like, it is time to shine. It is your destiny. Like, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And I think you know it deep down. You're just questioning it. So yeah, this is amazing. The signs associated with this so far are Leo, Aquarius, and that is basically it. Leo and Aquarius so far, but you don't have to resonate with those signs for any reason. I'm just letting you know in case you do. But yeah, so it's really about this search for your destiny. Like, this is such a destined month for you guys. Pile number 2, it's insane. So the last 2 cards we have here is the Ace of Coins reversed. So this is your procrastination right here. The Ace of Coins reversed. Maybe you feel like you're not going to get enough money, or you feel like you're not going to make enough if you follow your passion. And I think the cards are asking you not to worry about that. It will be fine. Don't worry yourself with the material aspects of everything. We also have the Emperor reversed. So technically we could turn both of these cards around, because I feel like I'm getting the same message from both of them, whether they're reversed or not. This is literally about being a leader, and like the Sun card said, leader. This is about leading yourself into a new job, into a new project, a creative endeavor, whatever it is. It's your destiny, it's your purpose. Like, you were meant to do it, so quit procrastinating on it, pile number 2. And I think that's what the big focus for you guys for August is going to be, from what I see with the cards. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Let me know down in the comments below if it resonates, and we're gonna move on to pile number 3. Hello, pile number 3. Let's go ahead and see what's going on for you guys for the month of August. So the first card we have is going beyond normal. Wow, this is amazing energy. For whatever reason, right off the bat, I got Gemini and like air sign energy, but mainly Gemini energy. So this is really being curious, going beyond what other people think is normal, the societal norms, like, and really being introduced to like psychic downloads, messages, dreams, like just crazy synchronistic things, and just so many answers that are not normal, but it's like an overload of them, but you feel them and you know that they're true even though they're not normal. It's really going outside of the box and not caring what other people think, and awakening to who you really are, no matter how different that is, or what that looks like to other people, or what that looks like to society. So let's go ahead and see what your other 2 cards are. So we have Hole in the Soul and Pride. Okay, so this, so far, this pile is definitely, in my opinion, the energy I'm picking up from this is definitely dealing with caring about what other people think. It's definitely dealing with societal norms, belief systems about how you should be, and other people's belief systems about how you should be, how like you were raised to be, etc., etc. Something happened in your early childhood where you were kind of like shaped to be a certain way, and you feel like you have to keep on this like mask and this like sense of ego, and thinking that things are right or wrong, or things gotta, like, this is good, this is bad, this is right, this is wrong, and I have to act like this, and blah 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 blah. But the cards are asking you for the month of August to really let all of that go, and to really try to work on this like tough I'm okay mask that you're wearing to the world, and to get to the root of the problem, which is like all about the hole in the soul. So anyways, I think that this is really just embracing who you are, and really letting yourself be the kind of outside of the box person that you are deep down, and healing anything that happened in the past that has shaped you into who you are. The whole reason that you, even if you're not like a super egotistical person, you don't think like you're better than anyone or whatever, like even if you're not like that, you could be kind of in a situation where you're scared to be your true self, and it's coming from ego, because like, oh, what will other people think of me, as an ego game. So you're still kind of running off of pride and ego by not being your true self, and because of that, it's forming this hole in your soul, which basically started in your childhood, when you were like taught to believe a certain way or taught to think a certain way, and you need to go back to those beliefs and start questioning them in order for you to really grow in the month of August. Pile number 3. So let's go ahead and see what your next card is. Have faith in your dreams. Okay, so like I said, this card does remind me, like when we on normal, does remind me of dreams. Like some of you could really be wanting to push for something that's been like a huge dream of yours, or that you've really wanted to do, but you're really scared to kind of be the outcast, or to be different, or to look weird, or whatever it is. And this card is telling you to have faith, not just in your dreams, but in yourself. You have a very curious, like very, like, I don't know what the word is for it. You have a very curious mind. Your mind, like, for you guys that picked pile number 3, you guys have a very interesting, intriguing, curious mind that you shouldn't be so hidden about. It's like beautiful, and no matter if that's weird or what that looks like you need to have faith. Some of you guys could even be actually getting dreams or intuitive feelings that you may need to pay more attention to, or may need to look at, with this going beyond normal, and then having faith in your dreams. So it's really important that you really just let yourself be free in the month of August, that you look at any situations in the past that have made you feel like you couldn't be free, or you couldn't be your true self, or you couldn't like act a different way, and that you had to like wear this mask and basically, you know, just look a certain way to the world that wasn't you. So let's go ahead and pick your next card. So we have Leo. It is Leo season. How about that? So Leo is all about leadership. It says creativeness, do what you want to, self-confidence to create, taking a chance, resulting from impressiveness. Yeah, so that is Leo. So Leo is all about following their passion. It's also about pride as well. So you could be kind of dealing with issues of pride, you know, like your pride could be stopping you from being who you really are as a person, like I was saying before. But it's really important that you express yourself, that you have the courage this month, and that you have faith in yourself to express yourself of who you really are, and not care so much about what other people think about that. So some of you guys could be dealing with a Leo, or there could be something going on in the sign of Leo as well. Okay, so the fish. So this is about resources. It can also be about emotions, and kind of like feeling lost, and like lost in the crowd and stuff like that. So it kind of blends in with everything else that we've been kind of seeing so far. Some of you could be dealing with some like resource issues, so like money issues, or just resources that you need that you've been having trouble getting, and like your pride won't let you like ask for help or think out of the box about it, or something along those lines. Oh wow, so we have the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Cups reversed. So this is beautiful, more water energy coming up here. So the Ace of Cups is all about your feelings. It's about emotional clarity, trusting your intuition. I think pile number 3, you guys really need to get in touch with your feelings, your intuition, if you haven't already. Also, we have the Seven of Cups here reversed. So this is normally all about like confusion. Sorry about that, guys. I wish I would have used my ring light this whole time, because it made everything so much like brighter and clean looking. So anyways, the Seven of Cups is normally like having so many options that we just get confused. It can also be about being in a little bit of like a delusion, not knowing where to go, or in too much of like a dreamy state. But the Seven of Cups reverse is about finally picking an option. And it looks like, you know, if you get in touch with your feelings, if you really, it's basically telling me that you have resources available to you, with the fish here coming up as well, that you have resources available to you. I think that it's just having faith in yourself. It's having faith, it's having self-confidence. It is, you know, letting yourself travel beyond what you view as normal, letting yourself take that next step, and not letting pride and ego get in the way, and not being like ashamed, because pride and ego, like, it comes out of fear. Like, it's just another form of fear. And our ego is our individuality, and you know, Leo, the sign of Leo, rules ego. So it's really about expressing your individuality in a way that's not like putting you in an egotistical place, or in a prideful place, like you're better than anybody or anything like that. And it's really like knowing that you have the resources at your disposal, and it looks like you're gonna be making a decision in the month of August to really move forward with something that it seems like you've kind of been stuck on because of your own fears and your own issues with ego, etc. So that was all for, this is all for pile number 3. I hope that was helpful for you guys. I hope you guys resonated. Let me know down in the comments below. And moving on to pile number 4. Hello, this is for pile number 4. So let's see what your guys' first card is here. We have released the dark wound, let love live. Wow, beautiful energy. That's so weird. It's like the piles keep kind of like almost connecting to one another. Like in pile number 3, we had the fish. So anyways, this is obviously what it says. There's something that you've been holding on to. There's wounds that you've been holding on to that in the month of August you may finally be healing from and releasing, that you may be finally letting go of. It's time to really let the love penetrate the darkness, penetrate the fear, and not live in fear anymore. It's time to let the love kind of fight out the fear for you, but you have to accept that love in your life, basically. So this is all about like healing and just really releasing some kind of wound that you've been carrying with you for a long time. So let's see what your next 2 cards have to say. Family and tribe temptation. Wow. Okay, so this is definitely pile number 4. This is definitely like healing from some old family wounds from your childhood, from your past, from some old family beliefs or some old family stuff. There's definitely some healing going on from your childhood, something that happened when you were younger that's manifested in your life now, and is basically causing issues in your life. Now, if it didn't happen in your childhood, you could be just releasing some kind of wound to do with your family, or to do with some kind of belief or situation to do with your family this month, or just your close personal relationships, because it's family and tribe. So this could definitely just be your close personal relationships as well. And then we have temptation. So I'm kind of getting mixed messages with temptation here. I think that releasing, I feel like the messages I'm getting with this is that releasing, when you go to kind of release this, like this wound that it's talking about, it's tempting to not want to release it because it's such a deep wound, or it deals with people that are very, very close to you, that you're deeply involved with. So it can almost be like tempting to not release it or something along those lines. Let's go ahead and see what the next card is for a little bit more clarity here. A time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. That's crazy because we're having a new moon in Virgo at the end of August. So, wow. Okay. This is kind of interesting. A time to give rather than take. I think this is about giving yourself love. And I think you're going to be I think you're going to be tempted to not heal and do what you've always done, to bury that wound deeper so you don't have to think about it, or so you don't have to feel it at the moment, but it's still there, you know what I mean? And so I really think this is about giving your own self-love and giving, because this says let love live. You know what I mean? So I really think this is going to be about giving your own self-love, and giving love and not expecting anything in return, though it's going to be tempting to turn to someone else for love, or to, use something or someone else to make you feel better about whatever you have going on that you may be trying to heal. So let's go ahead and see what your next card is. Oh my gosh, the South Node. So this is all about karmic past life stuff that you guys could be healing from, pile number 4. So basically something that it's just like there, and like, yeah, maybe some things in your life have happened that kind of caused it, but it may go deeper than that. You know what I mean? So the card says, remember, reconsider, now is not the time. There will not be anxiety and trouble. So I think you guys are possibly going to be tempted to fall back into an old comfort zone and vicious circle that you guys used to kind of like get stuck in. So it's really important to give yourself love, especially if it's like, especially if you're dealing with a relationship, like something that happened in your family or that happened in the past or in your childhood could have caused a wound to where you may like be seeking love like outside of yourself, and it's like just not going very well for you. Like it's a wound that you need to heal basically. So it's a time for you to really give yourself love and give others love instead of take, if that makes sense. So the next card you guys have is the compass. So this, it's so funny that we got the South Node as well. This is all about the direction you're going in, where you're going. It's really about, do I want to go forward or do I want to go backward this month? You may be reliving some past experiences, some old situations may come up and it's like, whoa, I've been through this situation before. And it's basically either going to be like a test to see if you truly have learned the lesson, if you've remembered the lesson, or it could be coming back up because you need to learn the lesson. And like I said in my August 2019 All Signs video, I do believe that this month is very synchronistic and we'll be dredging up stuff from the past for us to kind of look at or get clarity on, etc. So I really believe, pile number 4, that these cards are asking you, like, how do you want to move forward? And do you want to move forward? Do you want to grow? Or do you want to keep staying stuck in a cycle? Or do you want to go backwards? Like, how do you want to do it? The South Node is where we're coming from. It is our vicious circle. It can be our comfort zone. But the North Node is where we're going. And so with the compass here, south, north, you see that? So it's kind of like, you know, this balance, you know, it's really balancing out the things from the past and being able to move forward and grow, you know, as well. So I think that's going to be like a big theme for you guys this month. So then we have the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. So some of you guys are definitely trying to heal. You guys are definitely having anxiety and fear about things that, you know, things that either from the past or that you may feel stuck in right now. With the 7 of Wands, it's saying that like the odds are against you, but if you stand up for yourself, like, you will be fine. If you can stand up, if you can fight, if you can just push a little farther, you will be fine. Like, you will win even though the odds are against you. So it's really, really important to do that in August. Pile number 4, it does seem like this month is going to be an intense month for you, and it's like you can either, you know, sit back and hide and isolate, or you know, reflect on the past and go back into your old cycles, or you can keep going and you can, you know, like, yeah, the odds may be a little bit against you this month, but you're going to end up coming out on top. You have the upper hand here. Like, if you see in this card, like, all these wands are below him. He's still got the upper hand even though the odds are against his favor. You know what I mean? So you definitely will make it if you can get to that point. So it's like, do you want to be scared or do you want to have courage, basically? And that's kind of like what Leo season is all about. And yeah, so that is basically everything that I am getting from your guys' pile. It could be really tempting to fall back like into old ways and to, you know, fall back into old ways and to feel sorry for yourself and to have nightmares and to get depressed and to whatever. But it's really important that you feel whatever this is, but also release it. Don't cling to it. You know what I mean? So I hope that was helpful to all of you. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys resonated. And that is all for this pick a card reading for August 2019. I will see you guys in my other videos. Bye.